Good morning, folks. How are you this morning? It's Ron Bishop here from Timaru, New Zealand, here again. And again, I want to talk to you about cancer. I've done a lot of videos about cancer because I've had a lot of cancer. I was first diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2012. And when I was told I had cancer in the prostate, I was blown away. But I had to make a decision, and I made a decision to take radiation. I went to Christchurch, to St George's Hospital, and met a man called Dr. Chris Wynn. And he told me that he was going to cure my cancer. He said, "Ron, we've got you up here. You're going to undergo 30-odd treatments of radiation, and we're going to cure your cancer." That was good news to me. Here was a surgeon telling me he's going to cure my cancer. I'm pretty excited. Yesterday, I've since been diagnosed with another cancer called duodenal. It's in my duodenal, in the stomach. And I was told I've got cancer. And yesterday I went to Christchurch to see an oncologist by the name of Dr. Dean Harris. Right, and he's only a young fella, and I had 10 questions to ask him, and one of the questions I asked him was, how many patients has he ever had with duodenal cancer? Because apparently duodenal cancer is supposed to be very rare. Not many people have it. And he's been in practice for 7 years. He's been in the industry. And he's had 5 patients with duodenal cancer, and they've all died within 3 years, right? So he said to me, he didn't say he was going to cure my cancer. He said he's going to try and make me live a bit longer. But he said, I can't cure your cancer. I can't do the impossible. It's a cancer you can't be cured, right? So I have to realize I'm going to die of cancer. Now, that's pretty hard to take, isn't it, eh? When you're told you've got an illness that's going to kill you. Well, Dr. Harris went on to explain to me what was happening to me, and told me that the only way to treat it would be with chemotherapy. And then he explained all the side effects of chemotherapy, which are not very nice. And I have to make a decision: do I want to be made sick through having chemotherapy, or do I just want to do nothing and let me die naturally without any treatment? So we have decided between us, Dr. Harris and I, that we're going to do nothing in the meantime. We're going to do nothing until the cancer starts making me sick. At the moment, I feel fantastic. I feel great because I've had a bypass. The food's going down a different channel now, and I feel great. And he said, there's not much point in me giving you chemotherapy if you feel so well. We'll wait and see if the cancer spreads and reacts. We'll monitor it, you see. So I asked him all these questions. And the final question I asked him was this. I said, can the cancer be healed by positive thinking and a faith in God? Well, that threw him right out of gear. So you see, he's a medical doctor. He doesn't know anything about faith healing. He doesn't know about God. He doesn't know about positive thinking. He doesn't know about holding a mental image of yourself being well. He's not trained in that, right? So I've laid out a challenge to him. I said, I'm going to live longer than 3 years, mate. I'm going to prove you wrong, because I'm going to cure my cancer by positive thinking, visualization, and my belief in God. You see, because God will decide when I'm ready to die, not any doctor, right? So I'm putting all my life in God's hands, and I'm going to live to be 100. That's what I want to do. I want to live to be 100. Okay, if I die before I'm 100, so what? Got to die of something. but I'm going to live my life pretty full. I've got a lot to do, a lot of things to get organised before I die. It's a strange feeling knowing that you're going to die at a certain time. Within a certain time, you've got a lot of things to do, right? A big bucket list, right? So I've got to get on with my bucket list. Anyway, Dr. Harris gave me 3 years. He reckoned I'll be dead within 3 years. So when you've been told you're going to be dead within 3 years, you start thinking, now what'll I do? Well, I want to go around and say hooray to everybody, don't I? So when I was in Christchurch yesterday, I went to see an old shearing mate of mine by the name of Russell Briggs. Russell and I used to shear together when I was in Alexandra, and he's an old friend of the McSkimming family, Margaret's family. And yeah, so I went to see Russell and had a bit of a yarn, and he's pretty crook too. He's had cancer and I've got cancer. We're a couple of old blokes on the end of our life, you know. But it was good to see him and good to have a yarn with him and share a bit about old times. And that's what I'm going to do before I die. I'm going to go around and see everybody. I'm not going to wait till people come and see me. No one's going to come and see me. But I'm going to get in my car and I'm going to drive around New Zealand and I'm going to see all the people I want to see and say goodbye to, right, before I die. That's on my bucket list, okay? So if I come and see you, you know I'm on the, you've been on my bucket list. You know what a bucket list is? It's things you want to do before you kick the bucket. So I got a lot of people I want to see before I kick the bucket. Yesterday it was quite funny because when I saw Dr. Harris, he said to me, who looks after the finances in your house? And I said, I do. And he said, who goes to the supermarket and buys the groceries? I said, Margaret does. And he said, who cooks the meals? Margaret does. Who vacuums the floor? Margaret does. Who does the garden? Margaret does. And I suddenly realised that Margaret did most things. And I was pretty bloody useless. I do bugger all. All I do is sit on my bum doing these stupid videos. Margaret's doing all the work. But I'm very lucky to be married to Margaret. She's a wonderful lady. We've been married over 50 years. Fight like hell, but we love each other. And my biggest problem is trying to convince her that I'm going to die. She doesn't think I'm going to die. She said, oh no, that's all rubbish. She won't believe that I'm going to die, which is good, right? And I don't believe I'm going to die either, right? Because I've got a challenge now. I'm challenging these medical doctors. They're saying I'm going to die. I'm going to say, well, no, I'm going to live longer than that. One day at a time, I'm going to live longer and longer and longer. And I'm going to do my affirmations, visualizations and affirmations every day. And I'm imagining myself better because I'm reading about cancer. And cancer is the breakdown of cells. Your cells die, you see, because we're made up of lots of cells. And when our cells die, they're replaced with new ones. In fact, our body gets replaced. But if we've got something wrong with us, when we replace our bodies, when the cells are replaced, if we've got any illness there, the illness stays there. Unless we can get rid of it by visualization, by talking to ourselves and telling ourselves that we are better and we can get better and we're getting better every day. I say to myself every day and every minute of every day, I'm getting better and better and better. I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel wealthy, and I feel on top of the world. And this is a great day. And that's my affirmations I do every day, okay? So I talk to myself and I tell my body what I want to do. And I tell Jesus Christ, the man that's controlling my life, ask him to give me some more life. Okay, I got to go. I'll put this up. I'll keep them short. I've got a lot of videos to do. And I'll see you tomorrow. Be kind to one another, okay? Righto. See you, bye.